Yeah, just getting along here. Uh, had a kind of a little bit of the doghouse still. I got some big honking 70s speakers, 12-inch Lafayette Criterion 2002 pluses. If anyone in the DC area needs some big honking 70s speakers. Had a really lucky week. Ran into two of the speakers I was been looking for, and I got them all at once for a ridiculously low price. Kind of funny story there. But let's see if I get out there. Yeah, so I picked up to the some Mar. I'm gonna really screw up this name. Marantz, or whatever. Picked up some towers you see behind me. Plus, I picked up some JBL bookshelves. Um, so I saw these like crazy. Someone was dumping some stuff from their moving sale. And also I picked up some vintage receiver and what do you call it? Not mixer. What do you call it? Not a mixer, but anyway, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. All the little dials and whatever. Um, so picked up all this like vintage stuff. So I think these are circa 90. All this JBLs are definitely 90s. I'm pretty sure the Marantz are too. So the Marantz are like 250. If I get out of the way. So they're like 250-watt monsters towers. They got like two 12 inches and a couple tweeters, and freaking sound amazing. And then the JBLs or bookshelf, they have no low end, but they really shine certain jazz and certain vocals. They're just fucking amazing. Um, may or may not keep the JBLs, but yeah. So I basically messaged this person within like 10 minutes of them posting. I saw the Morons ones. They had some yeah, it was like JVC receiver or something. It's like 81, 1981. I haven't. I have to clean it up a little bit. It was a little crackly when I tested it. But yeah, the speakers are amazing. Um, so I love the speakers. But yeah, before I took off work early because I was working, I saw those. I was like, yeah, boss, I actually finished all my work for today. I'm just like twiddling my fingers here. Mind if I take off? I got all this vacation accrual. Mind if I just take off early? He's like, yeah, sure. So go. I'm on the way, and like she's like, oh, some other guys offered more money. I'm gonna take that. And then it's like, so I was like, oh, whatever, man. It's like, okay, whatever. I took off work, but whatever. Um, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna drop by this thrift store. I always find like some great CDs on. It's like got this like a stack of CDs. I go to the back and they have JBLs. So I was like, fuck. It's like, okay, they're $20 for a pair. So I picked these up. Yeah, they again they sound really great. They just don't. They're not very good at the like the bass stuff. Um, I'm actually using them right now. They sound freaking great. I may or may not keep them. I don't know. My wife wants me to ditch them already. Kind of like to maybe move them into the TV room or something later. Who knows? But yeah, then yeah, the Marantz ones. Like yeah, after I bought those and a stack of CDs and some stuff. Then she's like, "Oh yeah, that guy never showed up. Do you want? You still want him?" I was like, "Yeah." I had to move all this stuff around in my car to fit everything in. I pull up. I was like, my wife's like, "Hey, I'm getting home early." I was like, "Yeah." I pull up. You're gonna be mad. The whole car, my entire car. I had to pull out the baby seat and everything. It's like, oh man, all the car seats around. The entire car is full of speakers. These are monsters. Um, but yeah, that freaking sound amazing, man. I was sitting around, listening to music all weekend. Speaking of, got some VCLT. So got this from Isaac over at uh, Blind Islands. Thank you, Isaac. I actually really like this one. Junzo Suzuki. This is one of his solo albums. I want to say it's his seventh one because album is number 7. Um, so he was with was it Mimi no Koto? So something sound, I guess. I don't. Yeah, I haven't seen the kanji for that. But yeah, this is on one of the same album or labels as some other temples uses sometimes for their U.S. releases. So it's pretty good. The first half sounds a little more like improvisational free jazz, really, and then yeah, it's a little more of like a spacey thing. I only got like 1 or 2 spins on this so far. Yeah, the second side I think a little more space rock going on, but yeah, he's more known for his like his space rock type stuff. I want to say like I think he's collaborating with some of the guys from High Rise on this, so it's in that vein. Um, not an easy listen on the first side, but it's enjoyable. I think I seem to remember liking the second side a little bit more than the first side, but yeah, pretty solid. For me, it's like 4.5, but it's definitely not for everyone. So Junko Suzuki. There's a lot of kind of free jazzy things. Where is it? There he is. Suzuki Jinzo, whatever. Flip it around English, Japanese. And then another one I picked up this was a while back, but I probably got around to listening to it properly. Perhaps streamed this many times. Don Cherry, I'm not sure if it's self-titled or it's either self-titled or it's Brown Rice. I'm not sure, but it just says the cover and the spine just say Don Cherry. It's not his first solo, I don't think. I think he had a few before this. But yeah, this is one of my favorite Don Cherries for sure. Very strong Eastern influence on this one, and yeah, Charlie Hayden is featured rather prominently on that. Charlie Hayden on bass, of course. So Don Cherry on trumpet, electric piano, and voice. Ricky Cherry on electric piano. Bunchy Fox on bongos. Got some vocals on here and so on. But Billy Higgins on drums and some of this. Yeah, but yeah, I really love this album, man. Yeah, 4.5, 5 stars, maybe a 5 star for me. I love this album. So yeah, I definitely need to pick up some more Don Cherry. I only have a couple of his other stuff. Like I've seen they have some comp CDs. I might just pick one of those up. Whatever. I'm listening to a lot more CDs lately. Like ever since getting a better CD player, just everything sounds better. Yeah, I'm trying to hold. I keep running into like this really. There's a couple like thrift stores I always find those like amazing stuff lately. And I was like, I guess people have been cleaning out their closets. They're pretty reasonable. I almost picked up a really high end Sony CD deck. I was like, oh, it was $20, but I got the Yamaha, so Sony was in better shape. But yeah, I've already cleaned this one up. It works perfectly. So yeah, whatever. Wife's gonna kill me if I keep picking on all this stuff. We just don't have the room anymore. This one picked up in Japan a while back. Miles Davis off Corner, which one of the big influences of the Melvins apparently. It's like they based their drumming style off this album. So it's definitely in his fusion era. I thought this was like an earlier pressing, but I was like, I thought, oh, wait a minute, there's a friggin' barcode in the barcode. Yeah, it's the 2016 release. Like, I knew it was the U.S. pressing. I just thought it was in really good condition because it was in Japan. Yeah, unfortunately, it was that a little more surface noise than I thought it did, but on playing it. But yeah, it's one of my absolute favorite Miles Davis albums. It's really a toss-up between this one and Agartha for me. Yeah, Bitches Brew, of course, too. It's really freaking amazing. But yes, it's in that vein. Those two albums. Love this fusion. It's a little more on the avant-garde side as far as as much as he goes. Yeah, love that album. This one I picked up was part of that K-Rex haul I got. One of those grab bags he does, Calvin. So this is, we call it Silent Lambs Project, and I don't know if this is a single so much as an EP, but Comrade. So the first side's got a couple of mixes, 2 mixes or 3 mixes of Comrade. Yeah, 3 different mixes. Instrumental, Dirty Clean, yep. And then the B-side had 4 original tracks. So I think this came out late, 98, yeah. So it's late 90s hip hop, underground hip hop kind of stuff. Really good one actually. This would get 4.5 out of me. So Silent Lambs Project. If you like that, it falls into the somewhere between I don't know if it's like turntablism so per se, but think of that like 90s stuff like Public Enemy or whatever. Yeah, that's what you're getting here. It's good, quite good. This one I've been trying to kind of wish I'd pick up some of their other re-releases. This is part of one of the 2019 Sun City Girl re-releases. I did not jump on a lot of the re-releases as quickly as I should have. I thought they'd last a lot longer because they're fairly obscure, but I guess they didn't make that many. So this one was Rob. I don't know what this one's called. Rob. Oh, Dawn of the Debbie. Okay. Yeah, Dawn of the Debbie. This one's more of the noise, improvisational, free jazzy one. It's very free jazzy. Definitely not for boobies. I guess I might catch that. But yeah, definitely not for everyone. But yeah, so they flip styles fairly often. But yeah, they're definitely pretty harsh for most people. This one's especially harsh, which is probably why they weren't sold out. I think Sean picked up some of their stuff recently too, around the same period. But yeah, yeah, it's a pretty good album. I like all their other stuff better, but even their CDs go for a lot. They're hard to get. Sun City Girls, where they're from. This published in Seattle, but yeah, I don't think they were Seattle then. This one, yeah, this is what I traded Sean. It's part of a trade with Sean. So Cleopatra Jones, Black Exploitation, soundtrack. Yeah, it's not the best one, not the worst one. Again, probably a 4-ish for me. It's kind of a cool vinyl though. The actual, it's like a splatter or something. I don't know if that's gonna show up. That's in kind of like a purple. I don't know, too much trouble getting that out of there. But yeah, it's got J.J. Johnson and what's his name, Joe Simon. Um, it's very soundtracky. Not so much a collection of singles as a soundtrack, cohesive soundtrack. But it has some stuff on there. It's all right. I don't know. Not the best, not the worst, but definitely give it a few more listens. Then who knows, may or may not stay in the collection. And jumping into CDs, this one is one I actually ordered specifically because I actually saw them on this tour. Crystal Castles, 3 or parentheses, Roman numeral 3. I don't. Not their best album, but it's definitely the best produced out of their bunch. I'd say very unique production style that really stood out when it came out. And I think a few people kind of copied it, especially with the kind of vaporwave kind of stuff. Um, I guess they were kind of part of that like 8-bit thing that was popular in the 2000s or whatever. This one's 2012. But yeah, it's a little harsher, a little more industrial sounding, but it's definitely kind of that 8-bit electronica, whatever stuff. Interesting with this, like they basically when they mixed it, they pulsed the entire mix like to the music. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, they kind of went downhill after Alice, what's her name, left the band. It was right after this album. The difference of opinion, I guess. Like she wanted higher billing. Their best albums, if you want to check out Crystal Castles, I think would be their self-titled or one. And the Alice EP is quite good, which I do. Yeah, I've only had digital copies of these, so I've heard the vinyl is not. It's a little on the noisy side. So that's why I was like, yeah, I'll just get the CD, man. It's a digital band anyway. But yeah, I definitely need to get at least number one. I might try to hunt down the LSCP if it's not crazy money. This one was like, I don't know, I think I paid like 30 cents for. Tori Amos, Under the Pink. I had this back when it came out. Yeah, I forgot how good this was. It's the one that had like Sunflake Girl? Cornflake Girl. That was it. It's got Cornflake Girl on it. Pretty good year. I think with God, I think we're kind of minor hits as well. There were quite a few hits on this, but yeah, poppy '90s, but it's really good. It's really held up. I think it's got overplayed at the time, so I kind of got tired of it. But yeah, especially like I use this for testing the speakers. I was like, damn, this is way better than I remembered it. But I did pick up another Tori Amos at the same time, so hopefully that's as good. But yeah, that one, yeah, it's 4.5 for me anyway. Um, John Lennon collection, like another GP I picked up, Buck. Enough said, it's got a little bit of everything on there. This was 1989 on the comp. So yeah, it's got opens up with Give Peace a Chance. He's got the Happy Christmas, Imagine, whatever. Stand By Me. Yeah, so it's more of his hits than there's probably a few deep cuts in there, but I've never been a huge Lennon guy, so it's pretty cool for me. So I might pick up the one he did with Yoko Ono with the tree. I kind of do want that one, but not. I prefer Yoko Ono over John Lennon, and I'm definitely a George guy when it comes to the Beatles. This one is a little bit cheapy. I think maybe $1. Tom Tom Club. I think this is like their third or fourth album. I definitely want to get their first album at some point, but yeah, I think the vinyl on this one's a little harder to find. But it was kind of transitional time, like '89 maybe, '89. Yep. So of course it's Tom Tom Club's like probably the lesser, I guess the lesser half of what do you call it? What was that? The New York punk band, yeah, Talking Heads. Yeah, Talking Heads. So it's like the two of the members of Talking Heads, the lesser known ones. The other dude, the woman, whatever. But yeah, it's kind of early, kind of electro pop, whatever stuff. Whatever it goes, synth pop. It's in that vein. Synth pop. That's what it is. Yeah, it's enjoyable. It's not the greatest album, it's not the worst album, but yeah, for $1, whatever. If you see it for $1, pick it up. Yeah, 3.5, 4. It shines at parts and whatever. Yeah, this one I got it for free, so whatever. But I like the other Shudder to Think a lot better than this one. This didn't hold up. So this is actually a soundtrack to First Love, Last Rites, which I've never heard of. If anyone's heard of it, I'd be kind of interested if the movie's any good. It's got to be like an indie thing. So this one, basically Shudder to Think, which is a DC. I guess they followed it, even though they were in that period. I think they were on Discord actually, but yeah. So they collaborated a bunch of people that were big at the time in the '90s. You got Jeff Buckley, Liz Phair, Billy Corgan, John Doe. Um, those are the big names. There were a few other ones. Angela McCluskey, I think, was minor hits or two there. But yeah, they collaborated a bunch of people, and it was okay as background music, to be honest. I guess is it soundtracks are maybe supposed to be background music. Yeah, maybe a 3, but yeah, I probably wouldn't pick this up. But this is probably gonna get sold at some point. So Shudder to Think, First Love, Restoration. Yeah. Okay, that's enough for me for today. I believe. So I'm gonna stop at around 18. So hope everyone's great. Have a great week, and I am going to sign out and enjoy the second half of Billy Cobham that I was playing there. I've been kind of A-Bing the Marans and the JBLs. Vocals and jazz, the JBLs sometimes went out, but yeah, they definitely lacking in bass. For Billy Cobham, they actually work better, I think. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits here. So have a great night, guys. Have a great week.